All right, guys, so I just walked with Ellen. So here's what we're thinking. So we're going to run it along this wall as much as we can. Now, she's not super particular with the plants that are kind of hugging this wall. So, I mean, we got to be very delicate, maybe trim back as much as you can. Just don't yank everything out because she is very, very sensitive about the plants. But she understands that these plants are going to obviously probably be cut. But I mean, if we could trim it back nicely so we don't just pull and yank everything out, that's the goal. The water line, so we could try to get it here, but I have a fear that this stump is going to be blocking us from digging because you only got maybe about 8 inches, if that. So if this stump, for whatever reason's in the way where we can't get our 12-inch depth, then we'll more than likely have to try to come through here and cut. There's some space in here to get around this tree, and then we're just going to kind of loop around here. So just to show you. So kind of from this angle. She was okay with cutting these branches. I mean, let's not, like, this tree she kind of likes, but, you know, if we got to trim it back a little bit, just be delicate with how we're trimming. She'll be here. Make sure to consult with her. So if we got to use this way to get around and back over by that wall area, that's what we'll do. So just, you know, if you find out that you're digging right here and you just can't get it, well, unless you're going to damage the tree, then we're going to have no choice but to kind of reroute it around the tree. But we'll get here. Obviously, be very cautious with the sprinklers. There's sprinklers along the entire wall, so we got to be careful with the cables and all the PVC pipes. So make sure you be really delicate when you're doing it. If you got to trim back some of this stuff, do what you can, but just try to lift all these bushes up as much as you guys can. You know, like I said, she wants to preserve the plants as best as possible, but she understands that some of this frontline stuff is going to get kind of, you know, removed. So you'll make your way here, and then we're thinking of actually just kind of cutting in. Because you see an opening, you're just going to cut all the way through here. So you shoot over there, so that way we don't have to deal with any of this. And then that will pick up right here. Okay, so there's that kind of that window right there. So what we want to do is we'll saw cut this. So let's not try to damage these footings right here. So we could try to find a way to get under it, or maybe just chip a little underneath it so we don't damage this top part of it. Great. So we'll saw cut this. Let's arrive here. Do a good job of removing these, please, and putting them off to the side. She does like these mint plants and all these plants, so we got to really be delicate about taking this off. But then we'll come in here and then see if we can get underneath that footing a little bit. And then you'll pop out on this side. We take these pavers off and get right to the main. Okay. And then Ben will just, instead of just patching this, he's going to just patch this whole thing. So that way we don't have to worry about coming across here and dealing with all this crap. All right.